Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, The Missing Piece. My name is Summer, and today I'm going to be talking about patience. Now I know when we talk about patience, people kind of get a little iffy about it. They, feel like patience is something you either have or you don't have. It's just one of those things. So I'm going to be talking about kind of how you get patience and how you grow in it. So the first thing I'm going to tell you about patience, it comes from Luke chapter 8, verses 15. So I'm just going to read that part. It's only one small part of the verse. I recommend going back and reading the whole thing. I can leave a description below for you if you would like, so that you can kind of have some backstory. Basically, this is a parable about sowing of seeds. And so I'm just going to read this part and then talk to you about it. But as for that seed in the good soil, these are the people who, hearing the word, hold it fast in a just and worthy heart, and steadily bring forth fruit with patience. So something about patience is, you know, or so something about growing, that seed, that relationship with God through the word is it doesn't happen overnight. It's not an instant thing. That's why when you receive the word and you accept it in your heart and you accept God as your, Lord and Savior, and accept Jesus into your heart, you have to grow that relationship. And like any relationship, it takes time and it takes patience. You don't meet someone off the street and instantly you're best friends, and you tell each other all your secrets and you know everything about each other. It just doesn't work that way. And it's the same thing with God. It's just a relationship that you have to grow. So with that, you kind of, you have to grow in him, and you have to have that relationship with him. And through that relationship, when you're trusting in him and you're giving him things, your time and your efforts, you build that relationship, and so that brings patience into your life. You learn to kind of calm down. You give that load off to Jesus and you say, Lord, I can't do this by myself. Please help me with this issue. And you give that to him, and it brings you just this calm, this peace, and peace. Gives you this calm, this peace, and it helps you have patience. So now I'm going to read this other verse. It is James 1 verse 3. It kind of goes along with patience. And again, I'll have the link in the description so you can either read along or read more, because sometimes it helps to read more of it. So this one's a little long. It's not just verse 3. I'm going to go a little further than that, just so you know. So it says, be assured and understand that the trial and proving of your faith bring out endurance and steadfastness and patience. But let endurance and steadfastness and patience have full play and do a thorough work, so that you may be people perfectly and fully developed, lacking in nothing. So kind of what this means is, when you have that relationship with God and you're trying to grow it, things are going to come at you. Just as when you grow a seed, like a plant, you plant a seed and you grow a plant, things are going to try to eat it and cut you down and ruin your crops. I mean, it just happens. And it's the exact same with us in our relationship with God. We have to understand that things are going to come our way, but we also need to know how to deal with them. So basically, when you pray and like these things are happening to you, you pray to God and you say, Lord, I don't know how to do this. I need help and I want this to be over. Or, and you're praying and you want something to happen and it doesn't happen right away. You have to understand that when you pray, you need patience in your life, because not everything's going to happen right away. God works in mysterious ways, and sometimes what we want is not always best for us at that time. That's not to say it's not going to happen. God listens to all of our prayers and he takes them into account, everything we ask for, but we have to be patient in, when it happens. So this kind of talks about just through those things, through our relationship with God, when our faith is being truly tested, we are people who have patience and steadfastness, and we accept it, and we are like, hey, this sucks and it's happening, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to take it all in and I'm going to give it to God, and I'm going to just say, God, I just want this. I need help with this. I want this to be over, but I know that it might not happen right away. Just be patient and it will happen. It will get better. So that's kind of it's just kind of something we need to understand, and we need to work with him and growing our relationship with him in that way, and just have patience that it will happen. And I know patience is something that's very difficult, especially if you are a very impatient person, but that's okay. It's a trial, honestly. It's just a trial. If you're impatient, you know, things are going to happen in your life now that make you very, 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 very impatient. And you have to be able to stop and go, wait a minute. God is with me and He is helping me through this trial. I need to trust in Him. I need to take a breather, just take in what He said to me and bring in that patience, because He will help you if you ask anything you need. I mean, really. So that is kind of all I have for you today. I definitely struggled myself with this lesson, just understanding everything and trying to write it all down. Generally, I just kind of wing it, and I don't know why that was more. I was apparently better at winging it than writing it down, so we will see how it happens in the future. Um, but that is all I have for you today. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see when I put out new videos. You can leave a comment down below about something that's going on in your life. Maybe you have had a moment. Maybe you have had a blah, blah, blah. Maybe you have had a moment where patience is just suddenly brought forth in you, and you were like, "Wow, I achieved this thing that I never thought I'd be able to do," and it was just spectacular, amazing, and God is great. And you want to tell me about it, and all of us, so that we all have encouragement for when we face something like that. That would be fantastic. If you have a prayer request, you can leave it down there as well. Or if you're uncomfortable leaving it there in the comment section, I have an email in the description that you can send me that, and I will help you out and pray with you for that. Anyway, that is all I have for you today. Thanks. I think I already said that. I don't know what I haven't said. We'll just see how this goes. Bye.